What's up, guys? It's Wall here. I'm a little bit late to the party, right? But over this past, what is it? This last weekend, we had Evo, which you don't know what that is. It's pretty much like the Super Bowl fighting games. There's a ton of like tournaments and stuff, and also with that comes a lot of like fighting game news. And we finally got the last characters for Marvel Tokon. So without further ado, I'll stop yapping. We're just gonna check it out. We're just gonna jump right into it. All right.
Allow me to introduce your glorious champions, the Fighting Avengers!
I will preface by saying, of course, I saw this because I was watching the Evo stuff, but I had to.
Allow me to introduce your glorious champions, the Fighting Avengers!
That was weird, okay.
The Unbreakable X-Men!
Anyway, I did already see this. What the f***?
Allow me to introduce your glorious champions, the Fighting Avengers!
Okay, I think we got it fixed.
The Unbreakable
I hope so, at least. Alright, I don't know what was happening. My computer was freaking out.
Amazing
It's about time for some upgrades.
The Knights of Doom!
They're just announcing all the teams if you've already seen the boom hiss.
Stay out of
Here we go.
face, lady! You mess with the Ghost Rider, you'll end up as a ghost!
You could chose better words.
Hey, Vamp, how about some help here?
I'll make this quick.
Oh, there we go. Yes, sir. It's Blade. I know I already saw this, but it's just hype. Look at him, dude.
Take this. Gotcha. Weapon's hot.
The SMG instead of the shotgun.
Stops the Muramasa blade.
This is awesome. He's pretty Nago-esque. Nago from Guilty Gear, if you guys know about that.
They say I'm a legend,
But I am also a god.
Then we got Loki.
I've saved
sick.
Asgard more times than I have.
This was an interesting choice, I will say.
No, really?
Beauty god!
You dislike
Because like we don't have Thor. This is kind of like the situation where like, we got Carnage and no Venom. We got Loki and no Thor.
Whoa! Rage quitting is the ultimate fighting game sin. Let me check out
And
some
we go,
strats.
oh
And now,
yes
time
sir,
resumes. It's
my boy
me,
Deadpool.
FG's
Yeah, I got what I wanted on this one, guys. I'm not gonna lie.
Lock it up, Wade.
This is gonna be the coolest one. This is probably where I'm gonna do like some pause it.
Hey chat,
The
somebody
toasty.
clip that. So elegant! Random bullshit go! Deadpool's assemble! Deadpool Corps!
Oh, it's so cool. It's such a good job.
Wait. There's something else we should do. I remember!
Enter the Midnight
Samurai Outriders!
Oh, we're cooking now.
T-E-A-M, get 'em!
Time to step out of the shadows.
Good
One
stuff.
does not cross a frost strike.
Everyone, get ready. You're gonna feel this.
Rest in peace.
All on attack!
The power of Jotunheim. Hell is coming for you.
Freaking sick. Now you guys know there's gonna be like a
This
slight.
isn't it. You need
And
more
then we got the
practice.
beta coming up. The end of the month. Freaking nice. Now real quick. I need to go. There's so many references he has
Dislike
in
my
just his, and other people cover this, but I'm just gonna. There's so many, dude. Like,
My Ragnarok.
Whoa!
I'm actually
Rage
gonna.
quitting is the ultimate fighting game sin. Let me check out some strats. And now
So this alone is like a kind of like, you know, like an Easter egg in itself, because come to find out, the voice actor I think for the Japanese voice is the same voice actor as Dio from JoJo's. So this whole thing right here is, people were saying it's like a throwback or like a homage to how Dio can stop time. He can control time. So this is kind of what that was.
time resumes. It's
The Johnny Cage nut punch. The Johnny Cage nut punch has to be in here. It makes total sense, and I'm gonna do it to everybody.
me, the FGC's favorite. How's this pose?
The Jacko pose, we all know about that. Don't act like you don't.
Lock it up, Wade.
I love it when you threaten me. Roasted!
That was my favorite part, to be honest with you. I know I keep pausing it. There's so many references, bro. My favorite part was that they added Toasty. I was the most excited for that because that's like one of my favorite things from like the older MK games that like I think we're still in the newer ones. I think I know X had it a little bit. You could do it. I don't remember if 11 had it. I don't know if 1 had it. I didn't play enough for MK1. But like that made me so happy. Also this right here, this is also like a homage, really, right? Because you have the grenade that blows up and it's got his eyes on there. But this right here, this is a throwback to Scorpion from freaking the old MKs, like the first, I don't remember how many games they had him like this for, but in the first couple of MK games, yeah, he didn't have a human face. He had just like a skull for a face. When he took off the mask, it was literally just a skull. So this was a homage to him, one of his fatalities, where he would, take off the mask. He like set you on fire, like breathe fire, like set you on fire or something like that, and then he would stand there doing that pose with like his skull head. So that's pretty cool.
Hey chat, somebody clip that.
The Wade Wilson from like X-Men Origins Wolverine. That's not really a fighting game thing, but it's still like another reference.
So elegant.
Red Roman. This one was kind of quick. This right here, this is like a nod to Roman cancels in Guilty Gear. So this is like Red Roman cancel. It was like Deadpool. It's got this like, instead of just it being like a red flash, it's like his symbol. So pretty dope.
Random bullshit go.
I think I missed it. Was it there? Yes. This right here. This is I believe this is Doom's Stomp from Marvel 3. Oh, I hope I'm not wrong. I'm right about that. This is Doom's Stomp from, I believe, Marvel 3. So there's that. Random bullshit go. Future Walt here. I actually missed the Condor spike that was like right in front of my face. Apparently that's from Rebels. Yeah, like a little Pokemon homage there too.
Else we should do
with the dog.
I remember.
Enter.
And then this final scene, I was yapping. Hold on. I was yapping. Where is it at? Oh shit! I missed another one, dude.
So elegant. Random bullshit go. Deadpool's assemble.
Yep. I missed 2. So look, May Dolphin, May from Guilty Gear, the Dolphin dive into Soul Bad Guys. What's it called? Volcanic Upper. Yeah, into that move right there. That's so cool. He's literally a walking bundle of fighting game. I mean, he does this in anything he's in, but like the fact that he's doing this here with like different fighting game characters is really cool. And then we have
Deadpool Core.
this is a throwback to one of the comics, one of the comic books where they do like a similar pose.
Wait. There's something else we should do.
That pretty much covers it all, right? I think this was cool. I think they did a really good job. They saved some of the hypest characters for last. I mean, there's some other it was been hyped the whole time. All the announcements have been hyped, but I think this was really, really good. Like, because everyone was asking for at least Blade. I don't know how many people were asking for Deadpool. I know I was. I know other people were. Some other people were, but I know I heard a lot of people asking for Blade. So it's pretty cool. We got him. Loki's a really interesting choice. I want to see how that plays out. Yeah. Deadpool's point for sure. Deadpool's point for sure. 100%. 100%. I don't know how the rest of my team is going to be formed, but Deadpool is point 150,000%. With that though, I'm a little bit interested to know how things are going to go for fighting games, right? Because this is going to be a little bit of a yap, right? It's a little bit unrelated, but to see this game do what it's doing, and then we have obviously Avatar coming out too this month. Yeah, curious to know how things are going to look post-launch for these games, and the reason being is this right here. I'll show you. This right here. Street Fighter 6 devs have no current plans to make any major adjustments to system mechanics. I saw this like yesterday, day before yesterday. And I kind of like went through it, but it's we all know it's about 3 years old. Let me go to the part where we get to that. I'm just gonna cut to like the meat and potatoes on this, right? So basically, they sat down with Nakayama Matsumoto, and they asked him about just the game in general, how there's no more World Tour, and try to get some info on like the characters coming out. We obviously saw the Yasmin trailer and stuff like that, and just had some questions. Here he's talking about like World Tour. That's not really what I'm trying to pinpoint here, so I'm not really gonna like go into that, right? But it's interesting because he makes a comment. I'm trying to find it. Oh, here we go. I guess it is from the start. So they asked him, right? They said, so to start, you all previously confirmed there will be no future World Tour updates, at least at this point. But you also indicated that Street Fighter 6 is aiming for a 10-year lifespan. Can you talk a little bit about what kind of things that you're planning on adding to the game to keep that life cycle going apart from just new characters? And Matsumoto responded and said, to take a step back real quick, one thing we do want to make clear in this interview is that there may have been a small misunderstanding in terms of the future plans of Street Fighter 6. Rather than there being a 10-year life plan, like a 10-year roadmap from our perspective, we tried to tackle Street Fighter 6 as a game that could last up to 10 years. And there's no sort of confirmation that this is going to be a 10-year project. Rather, we went into the development with the mindset that we would love to have Street Fighter 6 operating and expanding for 10 years. Right? So like this right here is like them saying essentially like, we don't have like 10 years worth of stuff planned out, guys. Like, we just hope that we can keep the game going for 10 years and consistently put stuff out that will keep people playing it for the next 10 years. For 10 years. Not that they have, 10 years. What is that? Like, what are we about to be on, season 4? So like, 6 more seasons already fleshed out with all this other stuff. Like, they're just hoping that the game survives that long. Here we go. And in terms of what we want to do moving forward from here, there's a lot. Specific details we can't share at this moment. It's going to be quite difficult in terms of World Tour. This is something that we can share. Sorry. It's going to be different in terms of World Tour. It's just something that we want to continue expanding upon. But besides from that, there are other things that we are currently looking into, and hopefully we'll have more to share. So they're like, they're being a little bit hush hush on stuff. They still are talking here about like how they still want some single player content, right? But aside from that, there's a comment that was made, and I want to find it. So here they're talking about costumes. They talk about DLC. But there is a comment, like I said, where they kind of talk about the mechanics. Here we go. I know when previously we spoke, there weren't any plans to introduce any new mechanics because you're pretty happy with how the game is now. It seems like the player base, at least in the West, is wanting some changes to the drive system. Keep note of this, because this part right here where they say in the West, yeah, that's changed. It is not just the West anymore. It's predominantly the West, but we've definitely heard other people in other communities outside of the West, particularly in Japan, comment on the state of the game. Not as much, but I feel like we've still heard some people say some things. At least in the West, is wanting some changes to the drive system, specifically Drive Rush. Are there any plans to sort of tweak that particular mechanic, and how much do you take player feedback into consideration when you do balances or patches? And then Nakayama responds, so in terms of any sort of major adjustments to the system mechanics, the drive system as of now, there's really no plans to make any sort of changes. And to answer your question, in terms of how much we listen to user feedback, it is something that we do pay attention to. We see people make comments on social media and, surveys and whatnot, and that's something that we do listen to. And while we do take into consideration, we have a pretty large battle team to actually analyze those requests and test through several battles through the battle team to determine whether it is right or not. And then Matsumoto follows up. And not only that, we also pay attention not just to pro tournaments, but also casual tournaments, kind of like influencer or the new challengers tournaments, maybe stuff like that. And we make decisions based on the wide spectrum of how that could affect things. So like, you know, pretty much with this, and this is the main thing that I wanted to kind of go over. And there is this does have a link to it. I'm not just yapping, right? With this came a lot of this is gonna bring a lot of disappointment. I'm not gonna lie. It brought disappointment for me. Gonna bring disappointment for a lot of other people. Not just casual players, not just content creators. Pro players are gonna feel some type of way about this because for the past couple years we've been like, hey, like, can we kind of change stuff a little bit? Can we just tweak some stuff? You don't have to remove. We're not asking some. I mean, some people are asking to remove it, right? But we're not asking for you to remove this stuff. We're just asking you to change it because it's a little bit much, right? It's a little bit much. We're currently playing a game in which like 60 to 70% of it is literally having to guess. And while that's okay to some extent, in a fighting game, you have to guess. That's just a part of fighting games. You have to make reads. That's a thing. When you look at the different things we have here, which is drive rush and drive impact and throw loops and all these things that you have to take account for, it just becomes a little bit much. And it just, at some point, you feel like you're not really playing Street Fighter. You're playing like this guessing game kind of thing. It's like a mini game inside of like the game itself. And it just becomes this thing where like, you're more worried about that than you are about like essentially playing Street Fighter, so to speak. These things don't have to go away, they just have to get changed. I say all this, I talk about this because what's going on in fighting games elsewhere is pretty nice. It's looking good right now. So I'm curious, right? This is where I'll end off. I'm curious to see what these other games are doing, especially because they're paying attention to these other games, like they're paying attention to Street Fighter and Tekken, and they're trying not to make those mistakes, or those, maybe not mistakes, I guess, but they're not trying to follow that same route. So it's going to be interesting to see how these releases are going to affect the player bases of Street Fighter, player bases of Tekken even, and how in response Capcom is going to react to people potentially leaving their game, because if something else comes along that doesn't have these issues and is just as entertaining or just as enjoyable, has just as big of a community, has just as much hype, why not go play that, right? Why sit here and keep dealing with Street Fighter when you can go play Tokon or you can go play Avatar, right? So something pretty interesting. But yeah, man, other than that, other than the yap, this whole thing looks dope. I'm super excited. We got Deadpool. Look at him do stuff here. Toasty, my favorite stuff ever. I'm going to hit everyone with a nut punch. Thank you guys so much for watching. I cannot wait for this game. And yeah, man, that's all I got, man. Catch you guys later. Peace out.
Wait. There's something else we should do.